All right, and we're back with conversation convos, and go ahead, Mike.
All right, so kind of like the last week's podcast, we're going to hit it off with a question. Um, this helps keep us on our toes and makes it more natural for our viewers and for ourselves. So we don't know what's coming, so we just throw a question out there that we might have. My question was last week and this week, and hopefully we'll start doing next week. We'll let our homeboy BB Flow throw out a question. Um, so my question for you this week is shopping experiences and good, bad, funny, anything again. I mean, the same thing as like our last week, our hotel experiences and stuff. This one, shopping experiences. It doesn't have to specify where exactly. I mean, if you want to, I ain't gonna twist your arm, as Luke Bryan said in a song. But go for it.
Please reconnect controller.
Connect it. Change the batteries.
oh,
um, but yeah, any shopping experience. It could be good, bad, funny. You know, maybe you found a insane deal that you never thought you would ever find in a store before. I mean, go for it. No, there's no wrong answer. I mean, I won't bully you.
um, trying to think.
I mean, you want me to lead off? I can lead off.
Yeah, if you want to lead off.
So I had a shopping experience one time. I lived in North Carolina at the time, and I mean, we went to the store, and I definitely know you'll recognize this because we experienced it here in Alabama now. Um, but I went to a place called Harris Teeter. You know Harris Teeter because I took you there on the way down here. But we went to Harris Teeter. At the time, it was my stepdad went, and he came home with all this soda. And I was like,
Oh, yes.
where'd you get all this soda? I'm like, and at the time, I mean, you got to remember, I'm the dude who drinks Mountain Dew and builds. I literally take cases of soda and build chairs, like a throne
The
out
mountain
of cases
through
of
throne.
soda. Like, I wish I could pull up pictures, like, right off the bat, but it would take too long. But yeah, I remember posting on Facebook pictures of building a throne out of soda. But anyways, he comes home with all this soda, and I'm like, dude, like, where'd you get all this soda? There's no way, like, dude, you don't. Why are you spending all your money on soda? We need to pay rent, this, that. Like at
Yeah.
the time, I mean, me and my girlfriend at the time wasn't my wife. We were living with him, kind of build an establishment. Sometimes you live with family to build up money,
Yeah.
so you can go out on your own. Um, so I was like, "Where'd you get it?" And he was like, "Oh, I went to Harris Teeter. It's buy two, get three for free." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "There's no way. What store would tell you buy two and get three for free? I could see paying for three and getting two for free, but why would they give you more for free than what you're paying for?"
Yeah.
Didn't believe it. Then I went to the store. Oh my God. That changed my life. I know that sounds stupid and childish. You're like, dude, this dude's like, you know, wetting his pants for soda right now. This dude's like, orgasm is the understatement. No, like I straight up like went to the store and I was like, I looked at my girlfriend and I was like, Cece, you know what this means? Like, you know how much I like Mountain Dew or Pepsi product. Like, you know. And she's like, yeah. At the time, I mean, she trusted me because I was the breadwinner. I brought
Yeah.
everything to the table. There wasn't like, I don't question you. You're the breadwinner,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I mean, so I was like, okay. So I mean, I bought. I said, I'm gonna buy. It says a limit of 10, so you could obviously buy two, get three free. That's five. So a limit of 10, so you could do the deal twice essentially, and then you would have to leave the store, come back, and do it the next day. So I bought 10, and then I told her I'll buy 10, then you go through and you buy 10. And so we did that, and it was just like, my God, we would go home and we got 20 cases, 20 12 packs. And then if my stepdad went, we would have 20 12 packs, and then his 10, 30 cases of soda.
Jesus.
I mean, you're talking like stacks,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't believe, in varieties of soda. And it was just crazy. I mean, that was a crazy experience and a crazy sale that I experienced. I've never seen anywhere else before.
Yeah.
Until me and you went to Publix, and I was like, I saw it, and it was like, it wasn't as crazy,
Yeah.
but it was buy two, get two free. And I was like, that's not a bad deal. Like, buy 2 cases of soda, get 2 free. Like, okay. Granted, I pay full price, but I'm getting 2 free. So really, I'm paying for a 12 pack, I'm paying for a 24 pack.
Yeah.
So if a 12 pack is inflation price of 10 something or whatever, or 9 something, I'm getting a 24 pack for 9 something or 10 something, which is realistically what you were getting if you went to a Sam's Club back then.
Yeah.
I almost did the old folk back in my day. Back in the day, I used to get a whole 24 pack of soda for $9.99. No, but no, that's genuinely. I mean, unfortunately, that's how it is. It was back in the day. I used to get a 24 pack for $10, and it used to be like $5 for a 12 pack. Now it's like $8-9 for a 12 pack. And so if you can get 2, buy 2, get 2 free, you're basically getting a 24 pack for the price of 1. I mean, anyone could do that math. 24 pack for $9, you're back to you're basically breaking even like you used to back in the day. So, but yeah, I mean, that's my experience with Harris Teeter and Publix, great stores. Definitely shout out to them. Very clean, stereotypical. If you go there, definitely, as you would call it, when you go to those stores, you think it's a very
Bougie
store. It's kind of white. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like a fancy store. Not quite. It's kind of like Market Basket, but it's a little more, rural looking.
Right.
But anyways, did you have one that you could think of?
Yeah, so this was when I went to Michael's on my arts and craft gear.
I love Michael's.
I went in there with the expectation I didn't know how much the stuff was going to come out, but shockingly they actually had a sale where if you buy one set of markers, the other one is 50% off. So I bought a case of markers, and these are like dual wheel. So it has the tip on the top, and it has like a brush on the bottom. So you have the fine point, and then you have the brush point on the bottom. And then I got a couple other stuff too. I mainly specialized on getting like the colors down. And then I got a whole set of colored pencils of all the variety of colors because I try to keep that color variety open for specific reasons. So if I'm going to be drawing anime and stuff like that, I want my character to come out with that custom color or whatever like that, or if I wanted to throw a little jazz into it.
Oh shoot. Not to interrupt you, but there's actually a Michael's Craft store right on Montgomery Highway.
Mm-hmm.
It says in the Promenade. That's right. It's in Alabaster, right on the Alabaster area. So, yeah. So any stalkers that want to stalk us or cuss us out or whatever, obviously we're within this Promenade area.
But Yeah,
whatever.
no, I pretty much went all out on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I went maybe a little too much all out. Because
I mean, that's like I said with the soda. It's like you go in there and you're like, hey, I'm gonna buy 10. You buy 10, even though it's a $10, not $10. It's
yeah,
a 10 limit. I push to get more. I mean, we all have that urge, like, hey, it's a good sale. Like that's the whole point of the sale pitch is like, this is a sale, buy more, and typically you'll trick people into buying more than what they need,
yeah,
and that's where needs and wants come in, which is a topic that we could definitely touch base on. But
yeah.
sorry, go ahead
No, no,
with
no,
your
you're
experience.
good. Yeah, no, it was just crazy because it's just like I'm seeing all these varieties of colors. I'm seeing all these like um utensils that
Unique
I could
colors that
use.
you've never
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, and I'm seeing like certain like marker like acrylic markers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have some acrylic markers. I have chalk markers that can write on windows and everything like that. Um,
Next paycheck, we gotta go to Michael's.
I have
It's my store.
it has my name on it. Damn it. I have pens, and the pens have like the neon colors into them.
Say
Um,
neon,
yeah,
neon can.
and I was just captivated by the colors. But when I went to go check out, dude, the total was a lot more than I expected. And I was like, oh my god. But then I'm a man about coupons. Shit,
Man,
yo, when I found out about the coupons and stuff like that, I was just like, oh well, I found this coupon on here, so use that. Then also use the sale that they were talking about. And so originally the total was supposed to come out to like 300.
mm-hmm.
Use the coupon, use that sale, and then she was like, "Oh well, like since you're getting all this stuff, you want to sign up for Michael's credit card?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, if you don't get accepted, it's fine. It's just the fact that you went to go apply for it, and then you get that discount with it. I'm
brings
like,
it
you know
down.
what? Sure. So I sign up for that. It went from 326 all the way down to 180.
Dang.
I'm like, for
There
all
you go.
these supplies, and it came out to a 180. Like, dude, that's crazy. And I was looking at some of the prices too, and I was like, damn, that's a little expensive. But like, look at the colors. I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, damn, but like, do I really need that color? Then I started thinking
Temptation
about it.
and wants.
Yeah,
They're hard.
I was just
It's
like,
a hard topic to.
like, do I really need all these colors? And I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, thinking about the drawings, thinking about this and stuff like that. And that's
Think
the thing.
about the children.
That's the thing when you're drawing too. Is just like it's like you want to have all the utilities and you want to have all the
I feel like you start drawing or you start doing like, you know, crafts for like people or, like example, this podcast, if you started doing like, bits or like drawings and trying to make thumbnails and stuff like that, you don't want to end up coming to a crossroad where it's like, oh shoot, I don't have this. I need to wait until my next paycheck to go and get this, or I need to wait until my next recording to pay for this or
yeah,
get that or whatever. It's kind of like, um, it's a fear of not having everything you need. And as people were
exactly.
like, oh, I don't want to run out of this or I don't want to run out of that. I
Yeah,
mean, prime example, you see now, I always have bread in my freezer whenever you come over and look in my freezer or get a chance to go in my freezer. You're like, oh, you got bread in the freezer. Like, this dude, like, always has bread. Like,
'cause
yeah.
it's a
Well, and the fact
thing
that
that's
I live in the
very
South, so
always having that on you because it's always like so like versatile.
making
You
sandwiches,
can make
making
so many things. You
breakfast.
can make anything like just utilize some
Yeah,
bread.
literally toast,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I mean, and the big thing is too, I mean, when you live in the South, for people who don't know, when you have a snowstorm, or even they say, oh, there's going to be half an inch of snow,
Yeah,
bread and milk are gone. I mean, it's no joke. I'm literally going to take you to the store. So this winter, when they predict snow or they predict whatever showers or rain or whatever, I'm gonna take you to the store So you can experience what I get to experience. I already knew this was a thing because I lived in North Carolina and the same thing happens.
Yeah.
So I already was prepared because when I came down, my father-in-law and stepmother-in-law
Had
had
to
told were
educate
telling
you.
me, and I was like, well, and that's the thing. They thought they were educating me. I said, you don't got to educate me. I already know. And they're like, oh. And then when my stepmother-in-law cooked me like a southern meal, she was like, oh, you like all this? I'm like, you don't realize, like, just because I was in North Carolina doesn't mean, like, they still do a lot of southern stuff. Like, they still react like the South. They're like the northern South. Like,
Yeah.
they're considered the northern. They do a lot of northern stuff, but they still do a ton of southern stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a best of both worlds combo pack, but the only thing is that, I mean, you got to know people. You got to, like, be able to, like, get in there and hit the ground running.
Right.
And that's how it is with, like, every place. Like, here, for example, you moved here, and if you didn't have a place to stay, you didn't have, like, a job to work towards or get into, and you didn't have, like, the time to work with,
Right.
you wouldn't be able to, like, you would be discouraged and be like, no, you know what, I could just stay here in New Hampshire or Rhode Island or wherever, or Florida, Mississippi, wherever. You would stay there and be like, no, like, I'm already established here. Why would I get out of this comfort?
Right.
It's all about being comfortable.
Of
which
course.
brings me back to, sorry, interrupting you.
No, you're good.
Michael's being comfortable with all your colors and making sure you have all the tools you need.
For me, it was a hard transition of like switching from physical to digital drawing because a lot of people they don't understand when you're getting that physical contact from drawing, you're feeling the pencil strokes, you're feeling the texture of the paper and that connects with you. It's like kind of like muscle memory. It's like kind of like when you lift up a weight or you've been doing a job and you kind of do the like seamlessly like if you worked at Amazon you already know what to do, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's muscle memory. You don't really got to think about it. Like if you see a picture, like for me, like I got to have the picture on the side and then I could kind of like do like a copy and paste. I'll add my little flavor to it, but I won't copy it so much to a point that it looks like I trace it. Now, if it looks like that to a point, then like do like you're pretty damn golden.
Yeah.
But if it has a little like nooks and crannies and stuff like that, you need a little work, but you might have add your little flavor to it, which is fine because I think that's great for you to establish your own type of personality, especially when you're drawing.
Yeah.
But when you're drawing digitally, the spectrum is open even wider because now you have the capability like some people like I sometimes have to turn my notebook to get in that angle. Sometimes I have to turn it this way, whatever like that. Then you gotta erase and stuff like that. But
More functionality.
yes, there's so much more functionality. Like if I was gonna draw what's her name?
Kana.
If I was gonna draw Kana,
Yeah.
and her two eyes, say I did the left eye perfect, but then the right eye I'm having a little bit of trouble with. All I need to do is circle her left eye and do copy and paste and flip it and then kind of configure it because it's a little bit different. If you looked on the left compared to the right, it's a slightly different because they're getting it at a different angle because she's eyeing it in a more of a different angle
And I mean,
way.
the elevation could be different. One eye could be higher, slightly
so
higher
you
than the
can't
other
really
because
like
if her head is tilted or whatever.
so symmetry is there, but symmetry isn't complete. It has its own personality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just try to get those curves. Like I mean, I hate to mention, but like her breasts.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you capture those curves and stuff like that and getting like those figures and there's so many things you can do with I'm gonna give a shout out to Procreate because Procreate is a very great drawing app. Some people like to use Adobe or some people like to use I think that's the same thing, Adobe Fresco or it's something like that. There's some millions of drawing apps and there's obviously a lot better ones on PC because PC always holds it down with like customization and stuff like that. But
that brings me actually to your drawing book. that you always use and you take notes in and stuff.
Oh, remarkable.
The Remarkable. I mean, my boys at the Distractible podcast, shout out for sure. I mean, phenomenal podcast inspiration there. Um, my boy Bob, who plays as my skirmish, he actually uses Remarkable.
Oh, he does.
And he actually highly suggested it. He said they came out with the new Remarkable Pro.
Yeah, that one has the added colors.
Added colors, and he said it is phenomenal. He said he's never experienced. He said it's a major step up, and he said it is worth the upgrade for it. And he said he's never been a digital drawer before or a note taker.
It also has a backlight.
Yep, he said it has a backlight. He said it comes with, often, most of the time it comes with the pen. He said you can do all kinds of different things.
Yeah, they'll give you the pen out of the box, and then they'll give you like a little like starting case with it.
Yeah.
So you'll have that, but you can go on Amazon. You can get yourself a case.
You can get them mad cheap. They're like, I think I saw them for like $20.
$16.99.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was $16.99, and then there was some for $20, like the leather cases.
Yeah, like the brown leather and stuff like that.
But
and that's if you're trying to jazz it up.
Anyways, but yeah, no, that's definitely. I mean, like you said, digital drawing is a big jump. I'm actually gonna look into a Remarkable. I gotta buy a couple other things first, but
yeah,
definitely, hopefully, my next cycle or within the next short period of time, I plan to try and buy a Remarkable. So I
mean, the battery life, I gotta say, like it's actually like amazing, because the battery life on my Remarkable 2 is a lot better than my iPad. Well, now, if we're doing apples to oranges, you're talking about you have everything right there for you. You can go on the web, like say, hey, I know you said that you're working on our tattoo for Kingdom Hearts. I was wondering if you could add that onto it. Just type it up. I'm like, all right, I'm pulling it up, and all I really gotta do is just take that image and then just drag it, and then I just make a little customization and then portray it, whatever like that. As compared to the Remarkable 2, that's where it comes down to. It's distraction free. That's how they like to establish that. It's distraction free. All you have is just boom. That's all you have right there.
I think that's the establishment that will it definitely, like my boy Bob, my skirmish, it said he uses it, and Markiplier uses it.
Even Markiplier uses it. Well,
I mean, he uses it. I don't know. He didn't shout it out really on that episode. Not saying that he's never shouted it out before. Not saying that he's never used it. Not saying that he doesn't like it.
Right.
But definitely, because Bob had said, hey, yeah, that drawing pad that you said, I got it. And he said the e-drawer or something. That's how he worded it. But then I paused the video and I saw on the back of it, it had said the Remarkable on the back. Because at first I was trying to look it up and I'm like, I'm not finding this e-drawer thing.
Yeah.
And then when I paused it, I said, oh. I'm like, that's the exact same thing that my boy's using. I'm like, so I looked it up and I'm like, I'm going to invest in it. I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if you think about it, I mean, like you said, in a podcast, for example, you can't really afford to have the distractions in the moment. Like if I'm tallying up points for a point system, or trying to do quick notes of spark notes of what we talked about over the podcast to do a quick wrap up, or stuff like that. It's just you want to be able to quickly touch base on it.
It's light. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that it's light, it's thin, and when was the last time I charged this? I think I charged this
well, and that's the other thing
a couple weeks ago, 97. And I charged this thing about a month ago. I charged this thing
well, and the thing is too, if you're not hardcore drawing on it for hours on end each day, it'll hold the charge.
Yeah.
But
even when you are using it continuously, you're not really...
It's a decent charge. I would say, a week? Maybe more?
More, yeah.
Probably a couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely more.
But besides the point, Not to, try and push sales on people. We're not
Yeah.
no sponsors.
No sponsors, but definitely very good.
Remarkable's definitely good, opinion wise. But back to the topic, like you said, Michael's store, hands down, really good store. I can usually find everything I need.
That reminds me of another store. Remember, in the Manchester Mall, AC Moore's.
AC Moore. I can't even find an AC
Nah,
Moore
they got rid of that like
Yeah.
a while ago. But that was another arts and craft place that actually me and my dad used to go to. In all honesty, my pops was the one that got me inspired of drawing because my pops was the one that was like doing his artistic skills, and I didn't know that he was like that artistic until he started showing me drawings. And then I was like, you know what, I want to start drawing. And then I didn't know the shit was hereditary. And then next, I'm doing my thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Then my dad was like explaining it to me. He's just like, yeah, like if you want to do this, you have to use different lead, because there's a spectrum of lead that you go through. So the highest one I've seen is 6H. So 6H is your highest, like highest and lightest level of lead. It's like really like soft touch where it's looking gray, even though the lead is black. It's looking gray, and it will go to 4H to 2H, and then I believe it's HB, 2HB, then so on. But once you like get yourself like, comfortable and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the reason why they have that spectrum is so that way you kind of like make your base, like your shapes and stuff like that. People, they would rather just like take the image and then they'll just draw it straight up like that, or you can go really intricate with it, and then like you'll see Lucy right here, and then you'll take her head, you'll do like a spear, then you'll do the neck as a cylinder, then you'll do the body as a trapezoid, and then you do like the legs as like cylinders, and um same thing for the arms, and then like for the hand you'll do like also like kind of like a warped trapezoid, and then the fingers you would do like little like cylinders also, so that way it kind of captures like that image. But
Yeah.
the main important thing is that like you don't want to make your drawing stiff. You don't want to make it tight. You want to
make
yeah,
it
you want to make it
generic.
you want to make it like liquid. You want to make it like loose and stuff like that, so that way it has like some type of like some flair. So that way
Loose and flair,
loose.
kind of, so people can recognize your art style and be like, hey, like you're known for making those, the figures, like the fingers, very like natural looking, and you make the torso look very like human like. It's very like
That was another thing that I
perfectly
got too.
shaped.
Is a hand model. I have a wooden hand model of a hand, so that way, because I struggle with hands, so now having the physical hand in front of me as like a wood figure, it gives me more of a better perspective. Because like if I was gonna do like what I know, like Naruto, you know how they do like the hand signs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they might
That's
be in different
perfect. So it's just like,
positions.
so that way if I know that like I need to do something like this, I get the idea. Okay, so that bends here, that bends there, because you want to make sure you get all those points, because articulation is very important. Like if
Yeah.
you don't have it looking correct, like the whole like body structure, it's just gonna look weird. Like how's a person's arm bending this way and then they're doing this? It's just it's not
It
correct.
looks kind of glitched out
And that's
like
what
off.
sometimes people suffer with when they get some of these tattoos, saying like the biometric, it's not connecting. Like if they're gonna draw a dragon and then you follow the line of the dragon, but then the arms are doing one of these and stuff like that. Anyone who's like an expert of like tattoos, of like especially like one favorite category that I love is Chinese dragons. Like
Yeah.
those are dope. If you get like yourself like a nice like Chinese dragon, Japanese art. My God, like they look so beautiful, but it has to look correct. It has to match because one arm going like this and one arm going like there, or sometimes like tattoo artists they like to do the cheapo depot out and then like they'll
Got the
hide.
arms tucked
Yeah,
in.
they'll
Yeah.
have the arms kind of cut that corner so that way they don't have to do that full image. But that's just coming from a artist
I mean, you
perspective.
kind of look at it like, like Mushu from Disney. I mean, the short arms, but they relatively go the same way. Where
Mhm.
they're outward. They're not, one going this way, one turned that way. Like,
Yeah,
no,
I mean, don't be afraid to add some like personality to it, like having like the tongue out or whatever like that, or him like snapping or something like that.
yeah,
Add some personality to it, so that way it kind of speaks to the person that's viewing it. It's like, oh shit, like that's funny. It's Mushu flipping me off, like what I'm
yeah,
saying, like something like that, like something silly, but
yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing that we strive for is uniqueness, flair, and your own personal um, pizzazz to it. I mean, that's like what we all strive for here on YouTube is our own pizzazz and unique videos, our own pizzazz and unique podcasts to, show our raw and natural selves, our raw and natural talent, which some people, like to follow the crowd, the masses, and do what's trending. Others try and do what isn't trending and just what they feel is comfortable. And I guess that's where I fall and where you seem to fall because, I mean, we both agreed that we want to do a podcast and keep it natural and fun. So that brings me to my second store. I'd have to say this one you'll definitely relate to. You're gonna
okay.
really relate to this one. It's your favorite. Burlington Coat Factory.
You bastard.
I can hear your wallet crying right now.
Oh, dude,
I
so many
I
paychecks.
hear the screeches of an alien predator in your wallet right now.
So many paychecks, man.
Um,
Oh my God! But
Back
the thing
in-
is, like, they just had
but it's
good
the same
sales.
thing. The sales.
Like
That's
dude,
the issue.
to
It's,
find a shirt that's like $5.99, like all right, like that's dope.
Boom.
But then you go down the line, oh $7.99, oh
$7.99.
$6.99. Then you got yourself 3 shirts, and then you was like, well, now I need some shorts or pants to match these shirts, and then you see some. Honestly, they're a little bit more expensive, but then you see like $10.99, you see like $10, and then you see like randomly out of nowhere it's your size and you like the color and it's $7.99. I'm like, oh word, I just got 3 outfits, and then it's just
it adds up.
oh
It
man.
all adds up. Pennies to the dimes to the freaking quarters to the dollars to the fives to the freaking
And
tens.
you always tell yourself this too.
Budget.
You always not only that, but you always say to yourself, "I'm just gonna go over there and look. I'm just gonna go over there and look."
Let me tell you, that's like sending a woman into the freaking Target and saying, "Hey, go into Target and buy this game for our son. It's for his birthday or for his Christmas gift or whatever the case." Do they ever come out with just the game?
No.
Nope.
No.
And you say, yeah, I mean, it's almost like you got to put a lock on that card, put a spending limit, and be like, hey, like if there's anything being spent over this much, lock the card, log it down.
Y'all swiping it. Decline.
Put the
Decline. Decline.
We gotta put a chastity belt on this card. But and hey, I mean, that's an obvious quick one. Another one I would have to say was just Stop and Shop. I know you can relate to that one. That was definitely a childhood.
Yeah,
Childhood
freaking on
memories.
on
Valley Street.
Valley and Lincoln, man, and fucking oh my God, dude, like
We went there all the time.
Every
And
time, bro. My favorite time was when you would go to the deli place and then like you always had like that one chill person that'd be like, oh, like you want a slice after
Yeah.
you ask like them to like cut your whatever
Your
deli
meat,
or
yeah.
your cheese or whatever like that. Cause I'm a huge person on salami. I don't know, like I love salami.
Well, and the big thing was is that you would be like, typically you say, "Hey, I want this." They cut it, and it's like it's done. They don't ask you if you want a slice anymore.
Or sometimes they'll ask you like, "Oh, like is that good?" Like like because you don't want it too
The
thick or you
thickness or
don't want it
thin,
too
yeah.
thin. I hate it when sometimes they would cut it and then like it will be like half of a slice. So it's
Not
just
even a
like,
full slice.
yeah,
It's
it's just like
so thin it
it
falls apart.
starts off like like thick and then it kind of fades off.
You're
It's
like,
like,
I
dude,
didn't
like what
ask
the
for
fuck?
shaved steak. Like it's like I didn't want shaved steak. I asked for salami or I asked
Yeah.
for bologna
Or
or
the worst ones is that like when they make it like so thin that like you're over here, you take one and then next you're taking five. It's like,
yep.
dude, I'm trying to make this bitch last. I'm not trying to grab five salami slices for one sandwich.
See that I'll admit that's my issue with deli meat is I'm always taking more. I'm taking multiple slices because I just can never get enough of deli meat. Depending
I
on
mean,
what it is.
like the deli meat got it going on versus packaging stuff or whatever like that.
Well, I
Nah.
mean, you're talking about natural, a natural meat versus a food processed meat.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference.
Oh
And,
yes.
I mean, um, but yeah, no, definitely memories. And then, you could go in there, you'd shop, you get your bags. It was like a regular old grocery store that was easy to shop at. You got your grocery bag, boom, bing bang boom, you were done. You got out, and then Price Right took it over, and it was like they didn't have bags. You had to freaking bring your own boxes to carry stuff. It was like a grocery store that was Sam's Club, except at least Sam's Club has like everything in its bulk and this and that. Um, I feel like if you're not going to provide bags, then you at least should provide boxes, but you can't really do that if you're not a bulk store.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of a rough opportunity to be like, hey, like we're a grocery store, but we're not bulk. We're not going to provide you bags, but or boxes, but you carry it to the car.
Yeah.
Which another one is Aldi's also does that, but I feel like Aldi's they do a lot of times if they see you're elderly or you have a lot of stuff, they'll try and provide you with a box if you need it. But yeah, I mean that's my quick shotgun machine gun raffle of all those stores. I don't know if you have another one that comes to mind.
Yeah, definitely I gotta say GameStop. Definitely for me, GameStop.
Shoot.
So like just I'll be honest with you, just most recently freaking getting the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That was like I was not expecting like for me like I went in there just like I had no idea that they were actually even gonna have a Nintendo Switch too. I was just like, let me just ask for shits and giggles because they probably not gonna have it, but I just want to see. And long and behold, I was surprised. I was like, oh, you guys do have a Nintendo Switch too? And he's just like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was just like, I'm like, asked him how much it's going for, and then he told me, and I was like, okay. And then, I kind of thought about it, but I was like, I don't have like just the first Switch either. And I was just like, even if I was just gonna get the first Switch, it kind of seems like pointless for me to get
Might as well pay a little bit extra to get the Switch 2 at that point.
Yeah, because it's just like, why are you gonna downgrade?
And Nintendo never reduces their prices, so the Switch 1 is still, or the Switch original is still way up there in price.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn. And then being able to still play the Nintendo Switch games on the Switch too, I was just like, oh well, I could just re-download all my games.
Brian said, my wallet's already screeching. Let's make that bitch howl.
Pretty damn much. I mean that's how it was. After I got the Switch, then I got the Xbox too, and I was just like, damn. But then when you kept on telling me about the Game Pass, whatever like that, I was just like, dude. And then when I jumped on there, I was just like, dude, the variety of games, it's just like it's
It's endless.
ridiculous.
And I mean, and that's not even counting like each month they add more games. They
Dude,
add more games.
Undisputed,
Yeah,
remember Undisputed?
free on Game
I
Pass.
was just like, oh shit, they have it for
UFC, I think
free.
UFC 5 is
Yeah,
also
I
free.
got it on there too, and I was just like, dude, no fucking
All those
way.
games you were paying like $60 for, you were paying like $90 for the Ultimate Edition. I was like, dude, I can get your base game for $60 for free,
And I'm just
and I
like,
could play it.
bruh, I'm like, why is PlayStation not doing something like this? And it's
Because they're busy. You pay basically you also pay your monthly subscription of like I think it's like 15
yeah, the
whatever,
PlayStation Plus.
and you get retro games. That's what you're getting for that, the ultimate version of PlayStation, the top notch one.
Yeah, because you can play like the PS3 games
Yeah,
and some PS2
PS3, some
games.
PS2, but most of their games that are free are basically
Yeah.
I don't know, they're lackluster for me. That's an
Yes.
opinion.
No, they are. Doesn't
So
really give you like that type of
that edge of like, hey, like I could play, this game, kind of like how Xbox kind of bought Call of Duty, which a lot of people say was a desperate grab. But I mean, hey, the game's free. Everybody asks, hey, you gonna hop on the new Call of Duty? Yeah, because it's free on Xbox. If you told me, hey, you gonna hop on the new Call of Duty and I'm on PlayStation, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna pay $60 for a game
yeah.
that is kind of I'm just hopping on it for maybe the zombies and you
Yeah.
know some multiplayer. But I mean, I'm not, especially if you're I guess you could say what's the word when you're not good at a game. What the heck was that term that what's his name? Skill issue. You have that quote unquote skill issue for a game.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, be that enthusiastic to hop on the multiplayer
I
if
mean,
you
like
have a
most
skill
of the time,
issue.
people are actually like playing on Warzone, which thankfully it's free. But again, like it's one of those like in-game purchases. So
Yeah,
it's like you'll buy the game, but then for you to get these upgrades and
microtransaction.
skins and stuff, yeah,
That's what games mostly thrive on nowadays, which I think is funny because our boy Celeste was like, I remember him saying, "Oh well, you know, I don't really care for this game because it has microtransactions. I don't like this game because it has microtransactions." But then 90% of his gotcha games all have microtransactions, and I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
It's like, all
But
right, bro, like whatever you say, man.
like, yeah, you got on one hand it's saying this, but on the other hand it's saying that. I'll tell you another person who does that is my boy Sean. He freaking is like, I don't play any games that have microtransactions, and I'm like, dude, you know how many games you play? Freaking, um, what is that game? Overwatch has microtransactions. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can't tell me you refuse to play games because they have microtransactions. That's bullcrap.
Well, supposedly they did that drop or update where it was like they made all the characters, available, but you can make all the characters available, but then you still have to pay, like you said, for the skins, the cosmetics, and all that
Oh
jazz.
yeah,
And it's
and that's
just
a
like,
big thing. And it's like, his big spiel was, "Oh, I don't like games that have microtransactions." And then I throw out that, "Oh, well, your game Overwatch that you hype up so much and that you love so much has microtransactions. Oh, well, you can earn those in game. Like you can earn those by just playing the game." And I'm like, "Yeah, but how long do you have to play that game?
yeah.
How many wins do you have to get to even get that item or to get the items that you want?
I mean,
Like,
Marvel,
how many hours?"
yeah, Marvel Rivals is another one too. because it's pretty much just the same thing as Overwatch, just with Marvel characters, which it's not bad. I mean, I've tried it out. It's not bad, but again, like you have to be like good at your shit. You know what I'm saying? I
I'm
have it.
playing a lot.
Yeah, I have it on my ROG. I have it on my PlayStation. I haven't got it on the Xbox, but it's just at that point where it's just like, is it even really worth it? Like,
Well, and then it stems down to, I mean, that's like you playing games like Fortnite and stuff to get, like you said, to get the skins and stuff. I mean, these kids go and ask their parents for like their credit cards and stuff. Next
so
thing
that
you
way they can
know,
get the V Bucks.
yeah, and then I mean that's another thing GameStop has stopped doing. Um, PlayStation cards and Xbox Live cards and stuff like that. You used to be able to go in and be like, "Hey, I want to get, PSN," and you used to be able to go in there and buy. I remember buying like, oh, you buy 1 year of PSN if you buy it and you use our coupon online. You could buy 1 year of PSN for like $20, which was super hype because it was like $60 for a
Yeah.
year of PSN. And so we would pay, like me and my wife. Well, yeah, my wife at the time. She worked at GameStop, so it was like she would tell me when they were gonna go on sale, and she'd be like, "Oh, GameStop is gonna put out the sale for PSN." So basically, for Black Friday. So you can't tell anyone, but basically, when the time comes, then you could tell people, I'll let you know. So we'd wait, and then it'd come out, and then I'd let whoever y'all know basically what was going on, and then I'd quickly buy a bunch up. And we literally had PSN like 3 or 4 years out. I didn't have to pay for PSN because
Damn.
I had it built up. And I had put in all the codes on the PSN, and it said you were good until 2023. And I was like, word. And then 2023 rolled around, and I was like, damn, I gotta pay now. And then that really made me think, like, is this worth it? And then when they went to PS5 and they were like, oh yeah, we're not doing codes anymore, or we're not doing like PSN cards, you have to buy it strictly through the PS Store. And I was like, so you're gonna restrict me to buying it on your store? And then I was like, telling my wife, I'm like, how does GameStop feel about that? I'm like, I know they're little compared to Sony's numbers of income, and the same with Xbox, Microsoft's numbers of income. But still, I'm like, would Sony and GameStop and Microsoft all not communicate and be like, hey, like you're a game store, and by us making it only exclusive to buy your online through us, we're depriving you of getting a sale? Like, but then again, GameStop has a lot of shady stuff going on throughout its core, and a lot of people and former workers can attest to that. So, but I mean, like you said, you go in there and you kind of see stuff, and you're like this is really nice. I want to get this, and it's like a want and a need. And it's definitely hard to control. You're like, that's a nice sale. Like,
Yeah.
that's really nice. And again, that brings it back to the fact of like, nice sales trick people.
Oh yes.
But
Oh yes. But that will go ahead and wrap it up for this conversation convo combo, and we will be back to you guys soon.
peace.